Sorry, Mr. Tree, you're about to lose some bark. I'm gonna fly my quad right into this tree. Man, we really take our health for granted until you don't have it. I've been sick for the past 10 days and I'm finally getting over it. Man, I feel good. Let's make some videos. I have a version 3 prototype frame that I have coming, and rather than retiring my version 2 Bangkok, I'm gonna try to break this thing. So in this video, I'm gonna run this frame through a series of tests and see how much torture this thing can take. And the goal for today is to break this frame. And by the way, I'm not going home till this frame is broken. So the first test is just gonna be the drop test. On this test, I'm just gonna fly the quad up to various heights and then tilt the quad a little bit and then just cut the throttle. The reason I want to tilt the quad a little bit is because I want it to land on the arms and not like flat on the ground, because I feel like this will put more pressure on the arms. So this is test 1. I'm gonna start off light and just take it up to like 10 feet, tilt it, cut the throttle. Alright, that was pretty weak. All they did was just get some dirt on the props. So let's take it up to like 30 feet. Alright, 30 feet. Didn't look like it did anything. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the throttle, or not cut the throttle, but I'm gonna disarm it just so the motors will stop, because this is really a test on the frame and not on the props. So now let's take it up to like 50 feet. Alright, so 50 feet, it didn't look like it did anything, and I don't think it's really hitting the frame at all. So I'm going to take it up to like, I don't know, like 80 feet. Test over. So I don't know what happened. I took it up to about, I don't know, 100 feet or so, and I dropped it, and when I landed I saw some fire. So it looks like somehow the ESC got burned up. So man, that sucks. Well, I'm gonna go home and rebuild this, and then I'm still gonna do the test on the durability. Alright, so I'm not sure what happened, but let's take it apart and then see what happened to the ESC. Alright, I'm taking it apart by removing the whole front end and the top plate, because it's kind of a pain in the butt to remove the GoPro that I designed, because there's 4 screws under here. So I'm just gonna pull off the whole front end and the top plate so we can access the ESC. I don't know if you can see, but it looks like the ESC right here broke. Hopefully you can see from the GoPro footage that I took the sucker up really high, and then I just cut the throttle, and it looks like this little, I guess this is the current sensor or something. It just melted off. Alright, so this stinks. I mean, it literally stinks. I hate the smell of like burnt components. Alright, so I got the flight controller off and it doesn't look like the flight controller is good anymore. Because the fire, you can see it burned up the whole bottom of the flight controller, and I'm not even gonna try to fly this thing like this. So I mean, I can't really blame the frame. This is not really a frame failure. This is electronics failure. So I'm gonna replace the stack and then let's try this again. So I just did a quick swap of the ESC and flight controller and everything seems to be okay. It stinks, but it runs. Let's continue with the test. So addicted to these things, I had to stop and get one. So originally I was gonna run each test multiple times to see how much the frame can take, but as you saw yesterday, I think the electronics will probably give out before the frame does. So I'm basically just gonna fly around this park and find things to fly into, and then we'll just see how much the frame can take, and we'll just basically fly until the frame or the electronics break. Sorry, Mr. Tree, you're about to lose some bark. I'm gonna fly my quad right into this tree. Alright. Looks like the quad, I don't know where it hit. But the quad looks okay. Battery's a little mangled, and it looks like the quad hit right there. Oh yeah, you can see where the prop went, or the arm went right in like that. Damn. All right, so frame looks okay. Everything looks okay. I'm gonna reset it and then go on to the next test. Now I'm gonna fly into this trash can. These are thick, heavy-duty trash cans. Looks like that one didn't do much to the quad except bend a few props. Alright, so far the frame is taking it like a champ. Yeah! Let's see if this chain link fence can hold the Bangkok back. Alright, so that one looks like it didn't really do much. I mean, there's a little dent on the cage right there, but actually I had to do that one twice, because the first one I missed the target and it hit the fence out of the frame of the camera, so I redid it, and hopefully I got that second one. But so far so good. So far the Bangkok has passed every crash test. There's really nothing wrong with it. The last two crashes into the chain link fence mangled my props, but other than that, there's really nothing wrong with the frame. I mean, there's a little bit of a scratch right here on the cage and then one on the arm, but everything else seems okay. So I'm actually getting a little bit hungry, so warm-up period is over. It's time to really test this frame. You guys ready for the main event? In the red corner, we got the Bangkok weighing in at probably 600 grams with a fight record of 4-0 versus the steel light post, which probably weighs a couple thousand pounds and has never been defeated. I know this because Ivan flew one of my Protons into this light post and destroyed 3 arms, 2 motors, my GoPro, camera, and my flight controller. So let's see who remains undefeated. Everything looks okay. I'm just gonna do it again. At this point, I'm gonna call the Bangkok versus steel light post a draw, because I flew into that light post twice and there's not even a scratch on the Bangkok. I mean, there's a little bit of a dent right here, and the rest of the frame is fine. At this point, if I just keep crashing into stuff, I think all I'm gonna do is break electronics, because I already messed up my battery over here, and I don't want to break my GoPro. But the Bangkok frame is freaking tough, man. I flew this thing into a tree, a trash can, a fence twice, a steel light post twice, dropped it from about 80 to 100 feet in the air, and the frame is freaking, there's just a couple little scratches here and there, but everything is fine. So at this point, I'm gonna say the Bangkok frame is ready for production. The frame that I'm testing here is a V2, and I have a V3 frame coming. The difference between V2 and V3 is that the V3 has some slight tweaks to it, like mostly cosmetic, and then maybe some small things to shave some weight and add, like, you know, some different little holes in here for extra features, but it's pretty much the same frame. My battery ran out at the field, so I'll just finish up here. The Bangkok is ready. Pre-orders will start this Friday. Since these frames cost so much to produce, I won't be able to order a lot on the first batch, so the first batch will be limited. I'll put a link in the description below for the Bangkok page, and you can enter your email to be notified the moment pre-orders go live. Thanks for watching my crazy video, and let me show you what it takes for me to bring a frame to the market. From idea to pre-designed, design, tweaking, prototyping, testing, and then finally, ready for the market. Go get yours today, you won't be disappointed.